Hi, Lee Phillips again. I have worked with a lot of small businesses over the years as an attorney, an estate planning attorney. And when a small business owner dies, the business dies. 95% of them don't last more than a year after the founder, the owner, dies. Number of reasons for that. One, they haven't trained anybody to take it over. You've got to have a operating manual. How do I do it? What are the procedures? Standard operating procedures. How do we do it? Who owns it? That's a big deal, because if you, the owner, and you die, if you own it, then this business is going to be caught in probate, because you have to sign your name in order to transfer ownership of this business to anybody. Therefore, you don't want to own it. You want your living revocable trust to own it. That way, the next guy is the trustee. They can automatically stand in. It isn't caught in probate. I had a good friend, neighbor, and he was a pediatrician. He died relatively young, and I watched. He had a good practice. Family wanted to sell the practice. It got caught up in probate, and even though the wife was a lawyer, it got caught up in probate, and it took over a year to get through that probate. And in that amount of time, the clients, the patients had all siphoned off, and the practice wasn't worth much. So keep it out of probate by having the owner, the member of the LLC or the stockholder of the corporation, the owner be the family trust, the living revocable trust. So that's the first step. Second step, have your procedure manual. Train somebody to go ahead and move the business forward without you. Otherwise, it's going to fail. Nobody knows what to do. You can have your standard operating procedures manual, and it helps. But if you've got somebody trained to take it over, then we can maybe push it forward. If the business is reliant on you, then we can't keep it going. I'm a professional speaker. I go speak at your seminars, your big conventions. I do really well. They love me. But if I'm dead, I can't go speak anymore. So my speaking business is going to die when I die. No question about that. Nothing I can do about that, because the business is me. Now, if the business isn't you, then somebody else could stand in and take over and make it work. So how you handle the business today makes a big difference as to what happens to your business when you die. If you want it to continue, you've got to have it owned properly in the trust, and you've got to have somebody trained with a standard operating procedure manual and all of this stuff. You got to have somebody that can carry it forward once you die. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We do these things all the time. Just make comments below, whatever you want to do there. And I've got an ebook out on how to operate a trust or how to use a trust, and it'll show you how to get the business into the trust. Go ahead, get that. It's an ebook. I'll give it to you for free. We don't spam or sell your email or any of that sort of garbage, so don't worry about that. But put these things in place now, and that way what happens to your business when you die isn't a big question. We already know what's going to happen.